Hey guys. I just got done with my workout tonight and I'm about to head home to watch a movie with my daughter and my sweet granddaughter. Well, she's only like almost 2 weeks old, so I don't know how much movie watching she's going to do, but I can certainly tell you that she's going to get a lot of loving from her Gigi. But I was just in the gym. And while I was working out, of course, my mind is going a million miles an hour. And I was just thinking about all of the things that have been shared with me over the past couple of years that I've been on this fitness journey. And I call it a journey because I can tell you that there was a time in my life where I wasn't really going anywhere. If anything, I was headed in the opposite direction from any kind of progress for my life. I was totally sabotaging my own body and my own experience here on this earth by the things I was putting in my body and the things I was using my body to not do. I came to the conclusion one day that I didn't want to be skinny. However, I have lots of friends who are skinny, and there's nothing wrong with being skinny. So make sure we get that straight, that this is not a dig at being skinny. But for me, at 5'9", big bulky bones, and a pretty thick girl, I didn't want to be ultra thin. I just knew that I didn't want to be fat anymore. And when I say fat, I do not mean a size or a certain amount of pounds, but obese was really where I was hanging out. And we can sit here all day and we can split hairs and we can say that the medical community doesn't really know what they're talking about whenever they define what obesity is. But the truth of the matter is I have no doubt whatsoever that there was an extreme amount of fat around my heart and around my organs, the very same organs that are needed for my body to be able to work effectively. So for me, I was certainly obese. I just knew I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't really know what being fit was. I just knew that I wanted to be it. And I tell you that there was a good solid year that I made little gains, but I can promise you that had I known what I've known in the last couple of years or what I've figured out to be true about myself, that first year could have been so much more successful. What I've learned over the last couple of years is there has to be a plan, okay? There is so much stuff coming at us from every single direction. Man, guess what? Crappy things happen in our lives. Why? I have no idea. I don't know the answer to that question, but I know that it's true. And if we don't have a plan, when those crappy things happen, it's so much easier just to stay in the bed or on the weekends to just stay in our pajamas and stay on the couch. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's something awful about doing that every so often. Our body needs to slow down and take a break and to experience rest and restoration, for sure. But I dare say that there's a lot of folks who are watching this right now, big, little, skinny, bigger, obese, that is kind of the norm for you. And I can tell you it was the norm for me. And so when I started out on my journey, I tell you that I didn't have a plan at all. I just knew that there was something out there that I wanted. And so I just started stumbling through it. And here's the thing. I started asking a lot of people who had achieved results, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. And then they would give me suggestions and I would listen, but I wouldn't hear them. I would listen, but I wouldn't hear. And I know that there are some of you out there that it's in your mind to ask for help. You look in the mirror, you see what you look like on the outside, you're not happy with it, and you ask for help, but there's just a little bit of you that's still only wanting it here and not necessarily here. Over the course of that first year, I started getting really not okay with only achieving sort of kind of results. And I started getting this thing that was burning inside of me to really make a difference in how my body felt. I was tired of dragging my tushy behind me. I wanted it to be firm. I wanted my arms to wave a little bit less when I was done waving with my hand. I wanted my core to not necessarily hang over as much as it did. And so my questions moved from here to here, and my listening moved to hearing. And when I asked a question from somebody who had achieved results and they suggested something to do, I did it. And I did it until it either didn't work or it did. One or the other. I was not going to stop until I either saw that what they suggested did not work or I got results. And do you know that that's when my body started changing? Was when this changed. I say all of that to encourage you tonight that if you're still here with this fitness journey, it's okay. You got to start somewhere. It's okay. But when it moves this 12 inches from here to here, then you'll stop asking the same questions over and over and over again. And you'll take a tiny suggestion and nothing will stop you. Either you'll get results and you'll keep doing it and you'll go further, or you won't get results and you'll go back and say, that didn't work, now what? I love you so much, and I can tell you that what you believe about yourself here will never change your life. Ever. You will always be stuck in the confines of your mind. This is not going to get you anywhere. This is how you push through. I get it. We're injured. I understand, guys. Listen, I wreaked havoc on this skeletal structure being so heavy for so long. And now I'm paying the price. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got an injury. Right now, in this body, I'm working with a 2.5-inch rip in the muscle that runs across my shoulder. I'm working with C5 and C6 that have got disc space narrowing and 2 osteocyte bone spurs that cause me an extreme amount of pain. I'm dealing with knees that when I go to squat go. It's just what happens. I can't get comfortable at night. My back aches. Listen, either you're gonna be hurting big and unhealthy, or tiny and unhealthy, or you're gonna be hurting fit. There's your options. This human body is absolutely disposable. Do you understand? What lives inside of here will go on forever. This body, we get one shot with it. I'm asking you tonight, how long is it going to take to go from here to here? When that happens, give me a shout. Give somebody a shout that you truly trust is going to give you valuable information. Someone who actually cares about you. Get busy, you guys. When you're ready. I love you so much. Have an amazing night.